Time for another daily vlog, ladies and gentlemen. Informing everybody I've received the balance again for the tax balance, these molesting thieves, paedophile protectors. I've arrested many of these scums. I've even posted the weight to these molesting paedophiles for the balance, as they can't even say what they want. So look at the photo now, and the contract I've uploaded, it says the full balance remaining. So when you try to give them the weight, they have to transgress even more, these paedophile protectors, these thieves. So I've received these liability from the Paedophile Protecting Council, working for the Freemasons and the devil worshippers, and big satanic devil, demonic religious paedophile ring worldwide, these councils are. So now people can hopefully get a full understanding as to how to settle the balance and the matter for the billion pounds and ounces in weight, and arrest these molesting paedophile protectors, and give them rotten tomatoes, these molesters, as in the days of old, when the judges used to have rotten tomatoes thrown at their faces and their false wigs, these wolves in sheep's clothing. Those days will come back when the rotten tomatoes are thrown in their faces for the balance, the molesting paedophile protectors. I've also told them I'll give them mud of England for the balance, these molesting paedophile protecting thieves. So as you're aware, they'll refuse to pay back anything, or even sued them and told them, I'll pay this balance, you molesters, with the promissory notes, because you've acted in violation of trust law, breach of trust law for promissory notes. Be aware of promise is a form of trust, ladies and gentlemen. Recognize this. And when I went all the way to the court, the molesters failed to pay me back, the molesting thieves. And when I arrested the judge as well, the molester sitting up there, the paedophile protecting thief with the wolf in sheep's clothing, and disrespecting the Holy Bible laws, the molester. The disrespectful molesters. Here they're saying, in respect of all, the molesting thieves disrespecting the Holy Bible laws for their corrupt demonic balances, which they need to be paid, these paedophile protecting thieves, warmongers, tyrants, and killers of the poor people. You molesting paedophile protectors, this is full evidence once again of your demonicness. You're violating the traditions, principles, and customs of the common law. All councils worldwide sending these corrupt balances need to be paid. I advise them to give all balances with onions and tomatoes and pounds and ounces in weight, you molesting thieves, you paedophile protecting scumbags. The whole police are involved in this theft by deception racket. I hope now, ladies and gentlemen, you can understand the frustration, the daily pestilence on the land I encounter from these thieves and molesters, even when I've arrested them, even when I've written to them and advised them don't send me any of these fraudulent tax balances. I'll have to come and arrest you for conducting commercial activity, you molesting thief, you paedophile protector, and your ex-Prime Minister of England was also a paedophile. In the council I announced this. I've announced, and there's many more of your prime ministers are paedophiles as well. They'll be apprehended as well, you scumbags. And many of your judges are paedophiles as well, okay? And molesters. Fail to recognize the traditions, principles, and customs of the common law and the Holy Bible laws. I shout this out in their faces, the molesting thieves, the paedophile judges, the warmongers, dirty tyrants, sending their balances worldwide on all of their corrupt demonic bills. They can't even say what they actually need the balance to be paid with, these molesters, especially when they encounter me with full rights and full laws. The tyrants on the land of England, these molesting paedophile protectors, scumbags. Every single policeman who's protected these activities will be thrown in the hellfire. Every single judge who's protected these things will be thrown in the hellfire. Every single judge and policeman and council worker and mayors and CEOs, chief executive officers, you scumbags. Shoot many of these chief executive officers, the molesting thieves. They'll all be thrown in the hellfire for sending these demonic tax balances. And all the judges worldwide protecting these demonic activities of theft by deception for the balances they need to be paid, when they can't even say what they need to be paid, these thieves, paedophile protecting scumbags, molesters, and killers of the poor people, and thieves of the poor people. And they keep covering it up, these molesting, dirty, paedophile protecting Satanists, demonic religious pedophile workers in the governments. They're all part of the racket. This is what they do with the money collected illegally and spend it on illegal activities, warmongery, devil worship, child sacrifice, these molesting pedophile protectors. Be aware of this. This is a very old law from Babel, from the times of Babylon. Be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen. These are the same molesters in charge since then, with the demonic systems, been suppressing the people since even before the times of Babel and Babylon. This is where they derive these acts of parliament from, with the help of the devil. Be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen, so you can hear the emotional distress, panic, startle, alert, and alarm have been caused by these molesting thieves, pedophile protectors. Been caused the emotional distress, panic, startle, alert, and alarm by these thieving, molesting, pedophile protectors in all the councils worldwide, and that have sent me the balance. Once again, these thieving, pedophile protecting scumbags, they will be named and shamed again for sending me this tax balance, the pedophile protectors. And then they've got their workers in the governments protecting pedophiles and having to resign, these scumbags, and then they each and individually, every single one of them, has to all gang up and cover it up. Be aware of this. The secret oath of the Freemasons is a Freemason cannot give evidence against another Freemason. Be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do try to get one of these molesters in the court, this is why they protect them, because they're all Freemasons, these molesting pedophile protectors and devil worshippers, and they're all involved in the satanic rituals and the child killing and the killing of members of the public and covering it up. These molesting thieves. And it's mainly all done for unlawful balance that needed to be paid, the molesters. Settle all balances and matters for bills in pounds and ounces in weight, using barter law, very old law of the land. Full rights and full laws I travel in. I've advised these molesting pedophile protectors. They claim to be they're causing members of the public harassment, alarm and distress. This is what they claim, that they're being caused, these molesters. I've advised them. Under the full common law, you're causing me emotional distress, panic, startle, alert, and alarm under the biblical laws, you molesting pedophile protectors. And Holy Jesus will return, ending your demonic behavior, every single one of you government molesters, especially the molesters working at the desks in the councils, answering the calls, and the security guards, these molesting pedophile protectors. Every security guard in these councils and in these courts is a big pedophile protector and a Satanist, protecting the Freemasons and the devil worshippers, including their judges, their dirty tyrants, dirty transgressors and pedophile protectors and violators of the common law and the civil law and the old English law of the land. You molesters. My voice will reach up to the heavens and Holy Jesus will return. Just like many other voices will reach up to the heavens and Holy Jesus will return, the Anointed One, ending your molestation and your tyrannical pestilence on the land worldwide and your theft by deception worldwide. This vlog proves the full tyranny and theft by deception worldwide for the balances. The balances wanting to be paid, they can't even say what they need a balance to be paid with. Especially when I advise them, I'll give you a balance in onions and tomatoes and mud of England, with insects, spiders and worms in there, you dirty molesting, pedophile protecting thief in the government, and working for Freemasons and devil worshippers, the dirty tyrants. This is the end of the vlog.